So welcome to Bunny's Designs. This is a live stream with live pupils all having a natter in chat, and it's my Thursday live stream day. So I do try to make one or two videos on a Thursday because it seems to be the one day I can get quite a lot done. So I sent off for individual Neocolor 2s so that I can add a few more to my colours. So I'm trying to get the full set. It's not ever probably going to be the full set, but I've probably got about 100 now, I think. And I've scratched them into squares, so they're going to go in my colour, in my little colour book. And they were quite small squares last time, so I've made them bigger. And I've put white in there and black, but I think I might make some greys. I might make my own couple of greys, and this has led on to something else. So the next section is obviously the plastic in between, but the idea is you open it up and you can see the bright yellows and the orange yellows. When I turn it over, there'll be the pinky reds and the cold reds. When I turn it over, there'll be the light blues and the dark blues, and then there'll be pinks and purples and things like that. So I wanted it like that, very similar to how this is. You know, I open it up and I know that all these are my Derwent pencils, and they're actually in order, but they go from cold reds to pinky purples and then the blues and the greens, and I like this natural way of colds. I think it's called lights to darks. It's a traditional way to do a palette. And again, this one, I like the fact that all my cold reds are there, and then all my pinky reds are there. All my yellows are here, and they go from kind of cold yellows to warm yellows. The same with the greens. So I kind of like working that way, and you can flip through things. It's easy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, bless. Oh, yes, you were here when we had the heat wave. It didn't last long. You took the sun away. Karchik says she was in the UK. We're having a heat wave. Yeah, we don't do things by halves, do we? And then, of course, the next day it's cold. You've got to put the fire on. That's our weather for you. But we can't complain. We don't have hurricanes, and we very rarely have big floods. So we can't really complain. We're just very boring. So I've decided that I'm going to put them in my colour wheel, but I'd forgotten about playing with colour, and I bought this. It's £2.50. So it's a sketchbook, but it's only a cheapy one. It's not extra special, and I was playing with printer inks because they're cheap and cheerful. And if you look at the back, there's a Victorian book that I have that shows how the old way of colour mixing. So I thought I'd do that way, because I used to mix my browns with red, but if you look at an orange and a purple, you've got red in both of those. So you've got to kind of think about that. Every one is going to have some of these three colours in one combination or another, and that's going to determine what colour you get at the end. So if you make a brown, if you want to make a brown and you're using a pinky red, you're going to get a paler, brighter brown. But if you want a dark brown, you'll never get it. If you've got a bright pink, you need a dull pink. So I thought I'd have a play, and seeing as I'd found my Neocolor 2s, my old neoart, they're basically Neocolor 2s before Neocolor 2s were called Neocolor 2s. And I wish they'd bring these out again, because they're about the size of your wedding ring finger. So there's a lot of colour there, and they're so easy to hold. They're quite good. So I've scribbled the yellow and the red, and it's a pinky red, it's a magenta. So these are printer colours, a very pale blue, or the big blue one, and they're going to be slightly different because it's not the beautiful blue, selenium blue that I use. So we're going to see if this works. Oh, thank you, Karchik, thank you. So I'm going to mix these, and my daughter uses these for watercolouring just with a brush, and she just touches the end of the brush, which is why some of them aren't particularly clean. But this is her set. So I thought I'd put a scribble of each colour. I'll just move the camera down slightly. So I've got the red and the yellow, which is going to make the orange. I've got the yellow and the blue, which is going to make the green. And then I've got the red and the blue, which is going to make the purple. So the yellow one and the pink I've put first. And then all I've done is scratched the tiny bit of blue on top, and it's automatically gone purple. I've mixed a tiny bit of blue on top, and it's gone yellow. It's gone green. And I've got the tiniest bit of red on, and it's gone orange. And that's without using a brush. I don't think I'm going to use my watercolor brush, because I want a good mix. So I've got some water. Now this is ordinary sketchbook paper. I'm just going to take some more pink. Now it is going to go through because it's only cheap paper, but there is a bit of an orange there. I'm going to use a different brush actually. Use a mixing brush, and this has made the green. And this has made a really nice bright purple. So what I need to do now is, according to this, could you shut the door, darling, please? Thank you. Sorry about that. So what I need to do now is I need some yellow there, and I need some yellow there, and I need a touch of red there, and I need a touch of blue there, and I need yellow there, and then I need yellow there, and the reason I'm doing it with the same three colours is you can see how they would work rather than doing it with different crayons. That's what I'm trying to show, hopefully. So we'll make our orange and our green, and then we'll make our, no, it's not particularly orangey, that is it, only some more red. Oops. Oh, that could stay in there. And I got purple brown, you see, that didn't work. And then we've got green, and then we've got purple. Oh, now that worked. That almost worked perfectly, that did. So you can actually do that. Now the only one that didn't work is the brown. So I'm going to try and get a bit of a better orange going. And I got a slate green. And I got a slate green. So we'll turn it over and we'll get an orange, and we'll get a green, and we'll get a bright purple. Oh, I shouldn't be using those. I'm using these. Sorry. Right, so we can put those there. So we want the bright purple, and we want, I think that's an orange, and then we want a green. So again, I've ended up with the 3 colours. So that makes this colour set blowing brilliant, and it is. It's wonderful. I'm hoping they'll bring it back again. So I can do orange and green. So this is your bright orange and your bright green. I've then got bright orange, and I've got purple, and then I've got purple and bright green. So if we mix these together, oh, we're going to get a really nice beautiful olive colour. And if we mix these together, yeah, I think that's a funny brown for the purple, and maybe that was a bit too green. So we need to try again. So we need more green. Oh, sorry, less green. And here we need, I think we need more orange and less purple. It wasn't so bad, that one, though. I didn't really look at it. There we go. That's a bit better brown. And then we want the slate green, which, oh, that's quite a nice slate green. Actually, a slate colour is a greeny grey, isn't it? I think. So we've got the colours we wanted. We've got olive, we've got brown, and then we've got purple. But there was another one that had, it had chartreuse. There was all sorts of things. So once you start looking at colour wheels and colour patterns, you get all sorts. I did it there, look. Oh, so I actually did quite well there. But the red was a reddy red. It wasn't quite a pinky red, but it still worked. It still worked okay. But I was looking for the other. There was another one that was quite obscure colours that I was looking at. So colour is it's just a minefield. It's just a minefield. But it depends on what brown you want. So it said orange, but let's take it a step further. You see, I would do brown. Oopsie, let's do it in here. Find a page. So this is a red, but it's a cad red. So I would put, if you put green with that, and then we've kind of got a blue and a colder blue. And we could put a purple. And black. I'll zoom in a bit and then you can see a little bit more that I'm doing. So what I'm trying to do is to show which colour is different. So we've got the red. So if we do red and purple, so maybe a bit more purple in there. So we think that red is not going to get us a brown. So then we take these two. So maybe want a bit more. And again, that's still a bit purpley for me. So that's an olivey. It's not a bad brown. And then we'll do the black and red, so that's like a nuts, dark Van Dyke one. And then we've kind of got a cold blue. And again, that's a bit on the purpley side. So if we break these down to colours, so we had red in the middle, but it wasn't a pink red. Oh, I'll do it to pink, and I'll do another one. So we had red in the middle, but it had a bit of yellow in it. Not much, but it was a red orange, so it had a touch of yellow in it. And we added cold blue, which is just blue. And we got kind of a dark purple. A dark purple brown, I would call that. And then we had purple to it, and we just got purple. So purple has got red in it and blue in it, but the blue has got red in it because it's a purpley blue. The purple blue makes the brightest purples. So although that was purple, when we added it to red, we just got a red purple. But then we added French ultramarine. Now that blue is a blue purple, and it's got red in it. And then we added red to it, so we got a dark purple blue, almost like a midnight blue. And then we added black, and we got a red brown. Then we added green, Now green has got blue and it's got yellow in it. But that red has got some more yellow in it as well. So we actually ended up with a red-orange and a green, which is blue and yellow. And then we got a good brown. A nut brown. So if we have a pink red, a purple red rather, we have to have more yellow, because there's yellow in that and there's yellow in that. So we need an orange. So we can mix purple. I was going to do the different red. Oh, I'll do the different red first. So that was the reddy red. And now we'll do it with the pinky red. I think that is a little bit too pink. I think I'll do it with the Lizine crimson. Oh no, I'll do it with pink. Right. It is a bit too pink though. I wouldn't call that red, you see me doing it. I've got to do it with the Lizine crimson. Where's the Lizine crimson gone? Carmine's quite a reddy pink as well, but Lizine crimson is the reds. Oh, I don't think that's very pinky red, but we'll make it a pinky red. Right, that's a pinky red. So we need purple. Oops, that's not purple, that's blue, but never mind. That's purple. Cold blue. Black. And we want green. And that's it. So we'll mix those two together, and we're just going to get a purple red. I'm going to mix these two together. And we'll mix the pink and the black. And then we'll mix the green and the pinky red, alizarin crimson. And then I'm just going to have to get a little bit more pinky red. To mix with the blue. So sorry, Kenny. Yes, you can do. Yes, I use that a lot. Yes. Yeah, that's what my daughter did with this. I don't know what I've done with it now. Yep. I'll just go through this and then I'll show you what she did. Right, so what this is showing now is these are slightly different. The better brown is with the orangey red, if I do it that way. So what we've got is we've got our red, but it's a red purple. So it's got blue in it. It doesn't have It doesn't have yellow in it. It's pure pink. There's no yellow to it. Sorry, it doesn't have blue in it. It's just, it is a red purple though. So when we did it with purple, we got a red purple, which is what we got. We got a reddy purple. When we did it with a cold blue, we've got just a blue. There's nothing else in the blue, so it was red and blue. So we got, but it was a cold blue, and we got a blue purple. We got a cold purple. The black, we got dark reds. The green, we got a warm reddy green. We got a reddy green, and the reason we did that is because there's yellow in the green, but there's nothing else. We've just got the red. So we didn't get that nice nutty brown, we just got a reddy brown. Because there's only a bit of yellow in the green. And then the blue and the red was just a purple. So we now know to make a decent brown, we need a cold red. We don't want a pinky red. A pinky red is going to give us purple tones, not brown tones. And then it all depends on what green you use, but that's the principles. But that shows the difference. If you have a pinky red and you're trying to get that nut brown, it won't really happen, because you've got too much, sorry, you haven't got enough. You need the yellow in the orange red. There's yellow in that red that makes it an orangey red, and there's yellow in the green, so you've got kind of two lots of yellow going on, whereas here you've only got one lot, and that's why you can't get that really rich brown. Do hope that made sense. But you can play with different colours. So you know about, that's the browns. The purples are a good example as well. But if you play with these, you can work out, is it a reddy purple or a bluey purple? If that's a cold blue, it's just blue. But that blue is a reddy purple. It's got red in it. So you've got red, and then you've got your yellow, which makes your orange. So that you can get near blues. If you didn't have the two reds, the green didn't have the other red, but it had two lots of yellow. So technically it made that yellow, that red, it made it into an orange, if you broke it down, and then you add blue to it. But it's the different blues. So then what you can do is play with the blues and say, I'll do this very quickly. Best idea is just to play. So we've got this blue, and we've got this blue. And then we've got that red, and we've got a yellow, a red, we've got an orangey red, and then we've got the pink. I've got the pink. So we've got pink in the bottom, the bright yellow in there, up there, the orangey red one there, and the reddy red one there. And the only difference are the blues. So this blue is a purple blue. So technically it's got red in it. This is just blue. This red is a red, but it's an orangey red, so it's got yellow in it. This one has got red in it, and it's got more yellow in it. And this one has got yellow in it, and it's got a little bit of red in it. And this one is just red. So this one is a red with a little bit of red-orange with a bit of yellow in it. This one is red and yellow, it's an orange. And this one has a lot of yellow and a little bit of red because it's a warm yellow. And then that one is just a pink. It's just a red. So we can mix these together and see what we get. So a cold blue and an orange red. And now we've got then we've got the colder red colour. So the nearest brown we got was that one. So we need an orangey blue. We don't need a red because you have red in it, you get purple. That's interesting. Yeah, it doesn't always work, Mara. It doesn't always work. But at least you can see, you know, especially with the Caran d'Ache, they're really good pigmented. You can play. But it proves the point of the bright purples and the dark purples. You know, if you use the opposite ones, which are those two, that is no way you can say that's a purple, but it's a red and a blue. But it's a cold blue and a cold red. But this is a warm purple, a warm blue and a warm red, and you get the best purple. It's like the greens as well. But I didn't get brown. I didn't get brown. Why didn't I get brown? I'm doing something wrong now. Oh, because it was red and green, wasn't it? It was red and green. That's why it was red and green. Sometimes you have to label things as well. No, it was orange and purple I was trying to do. So you do need orange and purple because you need that colour combination, which stems from these three. So we want the best olive. I don't think malachite is a good one, but anyway, let's have a look at this one. So we've got green and bright orange. Or dark orange, I should say, and bright green. Oops. So if we mix that one together, we're going to get green. And these two together, we get green. Well, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. My brain's gone to mush. Why does orange and green? Oh, it's orange and purple, you dim stick, honestly. My brain's gone to mush. Right, I think that's a purple, so this is a purple. Sorry about that, the brain's just gone to mush. That's a purple, and that's an orange. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do the olive colour. So that's what I was trying to do. And then I want a pale purple. This one's called Purple Violet. I think I would call that pink. So I mix these two together. Yeah, so that's a nutty brown. Yep, that's quite a nice brown as well. And that's a reddy brown. Yep, so you need the blue in the purple. It's got to be a bluey purple for some nice browns. And we've made some slate colours. So the best olive colours is a bright green and a reddy orange. Yeah, so it does work. You've just got to be a bit careful which purples you pick and which yellows. I kind of like working with the traditional two colours because that just gives you the edge, I think, and it makes it that little bit easier, I think. the two primaries is a little bit simpler. I think that's a little bit simpler than this, because you know you're mixing those to get that and those to get that. Although you don't have a brown and you don't have any dull colours, these are tertiary colours. Sorry, Cheshire Cat, what did I miss? Woo! I've done something to chat. So did I answer all your questions? Anybody else got any more questions before I finish this little bit, this section off? So they're quite good at the Neo Colour 2s because, you know, they're vibrant colours for colour mixing. That was printer inks, and they're a little bit insipid. I don't know if that's the right word, but again, you know, it's just good to play and have a look at how things work. You know, is it a red purple, or is it an orangey purple? Is it a red purple? Is it a red orange, or is it a purple orange? Red purple, red orange, and you have orange yellows, yellow oranges, yellow greens. You have blue greens and blue purples, because they're the primary colours always first, till it's in the middle. When it's in the middle, it becomes a secondary. Because that's already a blue purple, so that's got to be a purple blue because it's got more purple in it. That's a blue purple because it's got more blue in it. So I still think that's the easiest way. So you have the two main primaries, and you can mix. But then to know how to mix your tertiaries, and these tertiaries are kind of, the olives would be kind of here, because they're orange and green. So hopefully that made sense. I wasn't as clear as mud. Are you welcome, Melody? Sleep tight. Thank you for stopping by. I hadn't realised it was that time actually. So thanks for watching, and that's a little bit of a, I don't know if I dare put that out because I got a bit ugh. But it's good to play, you know, you forget things. It's good to have a bit of a play, and different mediums work differently. But if you get like a true purple, you know, you're going to get your truer colours. So it's quite a good set, and 15 colours, as in this one. It is a really good set, and it has all of these colours in, and it has the secondary colours in it as well, so you can just play with tertiary colours and you're away. So thanks for watching.